Our next question comes to us from Demi in Virginia. Dear Twice the Advice, I have a male friend who is married and his wife is expecting their first child. He has had at least one affair in the past and he told me all about it as it was happening. Yesterday, he told me he is having a new affair. I told him he shouldn't be doing this and pointed out his wife is pregnant. He tells me he's got to live and make up for lost moments and it won't matter because his wife will never know. He says I'm the only person he can tell. What should I do?
Well, I think it's fine because his wife will never know. Yeah, that's great. Wow, Demi. Good friend you have there.
That's what I was thinking. My first response is, I don't think you need to be friends with this person.
Yeah. And so I'm not understanding exactly why the first affair was okay to not tell his wife. But it's okay to tell on the second affair now that she's pregnant. Because if you think about it, the worst part is you might have been able to have an impact early on, but now these two are going to be tied at the hip because of a kid. So even if you actually tell the wife about it, it's not like they're going to be able to separate from each other in terms of all the life that comes next, right? They're going to be tied at the hip because of the kid. So he's confiding in you because you are his friend and you're an easy mark, sympathetic to him. I'm curious if there's ever been any relationship, past friendship with him.
Or he's trying to figure out if he could have more than just a simple friendship with Demi.
So I think the answer is, do you tell his wife? Do you not? Do you move on? I think you extricate yourself from the situation, to be honest.
Right.
Right? You don't have to be the moral police. If his wife never does find out or if he changes his ways or whatever, I mean, listen, you could tell the wife if you wanted to. But I don't think that's going to change anything. I don't think that's going to make things better. That moment's gone, in my opinion.
I agree. The time to say anything to the wife would have been with the first affair.
Right.
The time to cut the relationship with the guy, your friendship, was potentially at that first affair.
Right. I mean, I don't know why you'd want a friendship with a person that they cheat on their wife multiple times. That means they're a liar. And that means they're probably lying to you, too. I mean, a liar is a liar.
And they're putting her in such an awkward, unfair position that they're unburdening this type of knowledge onto her and expecting her to keep that confidence.
Yeah.
That's not fair, and that's not a friendship.
That's not a friendship. That's he's doing confession.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
It's like he needs to let it out. He might even be seeing it as a way to brag if he doesn't have other people. I've had another affair. I've got to live. I've got to make up for lost moments. And then say it just goes, and it doesn't matter because my wife will never know. And it means he doesn't care about his wife. Then that marriage is already basically broken and done.
I even question, why did he get married in the first place? I mean, if he's saying, I've got to live and make up for lost moments, then that seems to indicate that he's not happy that he's married or didn't want to get married, but did it anyway. I don't know. It's a mess.
In the lost moments, he's in multiple affairs, so it's not like he found a new love of his life and he then said, I've got to leave my current wife. I mean, that first affair, it could have been, hey, it was a bad first marriage. I found somebody new, going to get a divorce, remarry. That's different.
Oh, yeah.
Right? These seem like side pieces because he's bored or interested in other things. So, Demi, I would argue, please just don't make the situation worse, probably, because if you don't know her or you're not close to his wife in any way, the time to do something you missed that point. But I would also not continue your relationship as a friend to this individual who's having the affairs. Your moral stance should be keep those kinds of people out of your life because that's how you show they've done something wrong.
Absolutely.
It's punishment towards them. It's removing yourself from that situation.
And and I'll go back and say it again, he's putting her in an awkward position of knowing that this is going on. It's something wrong. And now she has to decide if she's going to tell the wife or not tell the wife and what's going to happen. It's wrong. He's obviously not a good husband and 100% not a good friend, because a friend is not going to do this to you and it's not going to put you into this type of a position.
Well, and he's already starting to not be a good father because,
absolutely,
you know, he's making these decisions when he knows a kid's on the way. And so this marriage is not going to go well, you know, because as the stresses of a kid comes on, it exposes a lot of things. And so I think that wife's going to learn pretty quick if she doesn't know already, frankly.
Yeah.
All right. So the last question is for our listeners. What advice would you give Demi in this situation? Leave your feedback in the comments down below.
Hey, you made it to the end of the video.
And we appreciate that. If you need advice, go ahead and click on the link in the description below, and it may get answered in a later episode.
And if you want to watch more Twice the Advice, check out our other videos right now.